CVS pharmacists are walking out. People receiving mysterious Chinese seed packages in their mail. You don't want to plant those. Retirees are being pulled back into the workforce because they need the cash. And car repos are up, up, up. I mean, seriously, guys, what the freak is happening in America, guys? So let's take a quick look at this CVS pharmacy walkout first. Here, guys, check this out.
The CVS on North Oak. Customers patiently wait in a growing line, unable to get help inside.
The gates are closed. I did notice that when I was sitting there in the drive-thru. I'm sure they get overwhelmed, but right now I got to wait 2 hours because there's only 2 of them working.
Like when you call, you can't get a hold of anybody, and so, but it's kind of like that with all the pharmacies, I think.
The conflict leading to the walkout has been drawn out. Some area pharmacists say that the company has cut hours and cut staffing, leading to more responsibilities for fewer people. Pile on growing demands for vaccinations, more than 100 appointments in one day in some cases, and it's led to this action. In an internal memo from CVS, the company's president, who says he's in Kansas City, apologized to workers, promising to provide extra support. "We will stay in Kansas City until the market needs are addressed. Following that, I am committed to coming back every month until we have created a sustainable plan of action for this region." But the conflict continued Wednesday. We connected with this patient at the Northeast Berry Road location who saw their pharmacy shut down midday.
I've talked to some people who are working in the pharmacies. Many of these people, they're complaining that they've been so short-staffed in the last 3 years, and corporate is constantly wanting more from them. They can barely keep up with the bare minimum as it is. And personally, the errors that I see that the pharmacists are making is astounding. I remember seeing people online. They receive all sorts of other drugs in their prescription, like Oxy for one. That stuff's dangerous. Some seniors as well. They've been counting their meds when they get their prescriptions filled. Lots of errors, really, guys. And so now the CVS walkout just ended with pharmacists cautiously optimistic about the company promises of more staff and relief. The improvements, which include additional staffing and paid overtime, they were made in a conference call with pharmacy staff on Wednesday and will affect an estimated 60 stores in the Kansas City region where the walkouts happened over the past 2 weeks. Now, other commitments made to the team include the temporary suspension of the store's online vaccination appointment schedulers and the ability of pharmacists to manually cancel vaccination appointments without repercussion. So what happened was that the pharmacists refused to go to work. Organizers claim their efforts shuttered as many as 22 stores, but CVS said that it impacted only about 10. A second walkout was staged after a failed negotiation attempt with top CVS executives who had flown to Kansas City to meet with the pharmacy teams and walkout organizers. CVS's chief pharmacy officer and president of pharmacy and consumer wellness even issued a memo to Kansas City staff after the meeting apologizing for not responding to their concerns sooner. So far, the CVS pharmacists that walked are cautiously optimistic, especially with the company's promises that they'll be doing better on hiring and also training people. Now, they're hoping CVS will take the same steps to improve pharmacy workloads and patient safety at the more than 9,000 pharmacies across the nation. And really, pharmacists aren't the only ones that are raising these concerns. CVS customers have also noticed a decline in the service and delays in obtaining their prescriptions. Some say that they don't feel as if it's safe there anymore. You got pharmacists running around in there moving as fast as they can, but usually there's just 2 of them. And there is a line of disgruntled customers that are waiting, and it's just really a bad situation. Can you guys relate to that? And another thing that I've noticed recently, all the businesses going cashless. So just a quick rant, guys. This cashless stuff got me fit to be tied yesterday. So my kid needed $5 for a school function and of course forgot to tell me until he's walking out the door, right? So I went to the gas station only to find that the ATM was gone and no cash back available. So I went to the Lowe's near my house and I grabbed something real quick just to get some cash back. No cashiers, just self-checkout kiosks, and they don't even offer cash back. So I ran to the service desk and explained the whole situation, and they wouldn't even let me return the stupid batteries for cash. They would only put the money back on my credit card. Now, I was already against this on principle, but now it's personal. You know what I mean, guys? Hit the like button if you guys have experienced anything like this where you're at. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure your notification bell's turned on. You don't want to miss out on any of my future updates on whatever is happening in our country or what our country is actually doing to its people. Financial freedom, fam, all the way, guys. So this one you got to hear. People across Michigan are once again getting packages of seeds from China that they didn't order. The Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development said that it has been getting new reports of unsolicited seed packages. And if you guys remember, something like this happened way back in like 2020, which prompted the United States Department of Agriculture and all 50 states to warn residents against opening the packets or planting the seeds. Most people getting these seeds in the mail say that they didn't order anything and the packages were labeled as jewelry. Some Michiganders reported ordering seeds on Amazon and getting these seeds instead. So yeah, let's be very, very clear on this official warning here, guys. If you receive any kind of unsolicited seeds from another country, do not open the packaging or plant the seeds. USDA testing of these packages has identified hundreds of varieties of seeds, ranging from noxious weeds to cannabis to a wide range of vegetables and flower seeds. Now, another thing, they're asking people not to throw the seeds or packages away or dispose of them. The unknown seeds could be invasive, introduce disease to local plants, or be harmful to livestock. Overall, these unknown and potentially invasive species could have a very negative impact on the environment. Officials say that the seed packages could be part of a brushing scam. This is basically when an online vendor tries to increase ratings by shipping a cheap product, then submitting positive reviews on behalf of the person who received the package but didn't buy it. The more transactions a seller completes boosts their rating and lists their items higher on search results. Now, the United States Department of Agriculture's Animal Plant Health Inspection Services Plant Protection and Quarantine Smuggling, Interdiction and Trade Compliance Unit. Oh my God, that was such a long title. They need to just abbreviate that thing. Anyway, so once again, investigating this whole seed package situation that's landing in different mailboxes across the country. So if you or anybody that you happen to know gets this kind of mystery seed delivery, hold on to those seeds, packaging, and mailing label, and contact the Michigan Department of Agriculture Customer Service Center at 800-292-3939, or you can go to mda-info@michigan.gov. Make sure you and your family stay safe, guys. Now, another piece of concerning news, inflation is squeezing some seniors. So they're coming out of retirement and going back to work as hosts and cashiers. So I talked to a former school teacher of mine. She was retired but had to go back to full-time work as an aide. She says she just couldn't handle the stress of her own classroom during these times. Said it's depressing and it feels stifling. She asked for prayers to be able to do it. So let's go ahead and send our thoughts and our prayers to her. I hope that her and all the retirees that are having to go back to work can manage this. It's definitely not just her. A study conducted by Paychex, which is a payroll services company, revealed that approximately 1 in 6 retired Americans is contemplating re-entering the workforce. So according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the workforce participation rate for adults between the ages of 65 and 74 years old was 26.6% in 2022, and it's projected to rise to 29.9% by 2032. Now, many formerly retired workers feel comfortable returning back to the workforce as concerns around the whole pandemic are going down. Some even say that younger coworkers can't keep up as they found that older workers are often better in customer-facing roles. Employers say that they tend to be more dependable, displaying higher levels of punctuality, lower absenteeism, and less inclination toward job hopping. The sentiment extends to fast food positions as well. The manager of New York City Dunkin' Donuts said younger workers don't really know what it is to be committed to a job. These seniors returning to the workplace just goes to show these monthly Social Security checks, they're only going so far. So if you're looking for extra income, there's plenty of in-demand part or full-time opportunities for retirees and for seniors. So first, as a substitute teacher or teacher assistant, BLS data indicated the average annual wage for substitute teachers in 2022 was $42,680, or about $20.52 an hour, while teachers' assistants earned an average annual income of $30,920. You can also go into real estate. Real estate agents are earning about $49,980 annually, and brokers are earning about $62,190 per year. Now, this is from commissions from sales, and since real estate professionals are usually independent contractors, you can pretty much decide your own hours and even get opportunities for a comfortable living. You could go simpler, be a dog walker or maybe a pet sitter or maybe even a Walmart greeter. Animal care and service workers earn an annual income of $29,530. According to BLS data, and employment in this field is projected to increase by 16% from 2022 to 2032. What with all the different people getting pets and all, people going back into the office, The average wage for a Walmart greeter is not too bad either. Of course, it's also not too great. You're looking at $12.89 per hour. And there's pretty much a Walmart everywhere you go now, so you can definitely try that out as well. Now, some other jobs on the list for retirees: home health or personal care aide. This can earn you $30,180 a year. You got mediator. In May of 2022, the median pay for mediators was $64,000 a year. And employment in this field is expected to grow 5% from 2022 to 2032. You got national park guides. You can spend some nice time outdoors. Average annual wage for this role is $32,200. Public library assistant, with a median hourly wage of $14.98. So a side job could definitely help you out if you're scared of the repo man knocking. With more Americans struggling to pay their bills, the $1.7 billion industry for repossessing such assets as cars, trucks, and boats is gearing up for a boom. In March, the percentage of subprime auto borrowers who are at least 60 days late on their bills was 5.3%, which is up from a 7-year low of 2.58% in May of 2021 and higher than in 2009, the peak of the financial crisis. Now, while not all borrowers will be facing repossessions, the risk is definitely high though. And take note, guys, this was in March, so you know that those numbers could have easily gone up and even more since then. In fact, one of the main problems for the repo industry is finding enough people to repossess all the cars. Yep, repo companies are reporting staffing shortages. They pretty much all left during the pandemic. But now many repo businesses are racing to find enough workers for the volume of seizure requests that they're receiving. Now, in case you're curious or in need of this information, there are ways to get your car back after a repossession. So the simplest thing would be by paying off the outstanding balance. But of course, if you could have done that, you probably wouldn't have got your car repoed to begin with, right? But this means paying off the entire car loan balance in full, in addition to collection and car repossession fees and costs, such as the labor and the tow truck charges. So most lenders also have late fees that you got to pay. But once you complete these steps, the vehicle will be returned to you and you'll pretty much own it outright with no car note anymore, eliminating the possibility of any kind of future repossessions. You can also reinstate the loan. And so this means that you could get caught up on your loan payment so that you no longer have an outstanding balance. This still adds on the late fees and the repossession costs, but at least you're back up to date with your payments and you get your car back. Now, you could also buy it at the auction. You're allowed to bid on your own vehicle just like everybody else whenever the lender decides to sell it. And if you win, then you get your car back. If not, well, you get to walk home. Now, depending upon where you live, your lender may be legally required to tell you what they plan to do with the repossessed vehicle. Now, with this information, you'll know exactly where and when this auction is going to be taking place. In the first place, though, if you're having trouble making your loan payments, reach out to your lenders so that you can see what other kind of options that they're willing to offer you. Sometimes lenders will actually give you a relief period to kind of get your finances in order before having to make a car payment again. At the end of the day, there are actually some people behind these desks, and some of them actually have feelings. So they might even modify your loan terms and put you on a new payment plan to better suit your current financial situation. But yeah, don't be afraid to ask, guys. Same with your financial freedom community here on YouTube. Got a question that you want answered in the next video? Drop me a comment. I'll get to it as soon as I can. Just make sure you guys tune in next time, and you guys be safe. Take care.